This is Jeff with Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply. This is a little video we put together from the last Georgia Smoke Diver class in the fall of 2013. It's unscripted. We just went around and talked to some of the instructors randomly and asked them what their thoughts were about how Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and how Bullard supports the Georgia Smoke Diver program. And Bullard is the company that supplies most of the thermal imagers that's used during the course of the week. So let's take a look and see what the instructors have to say. So what are your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard thermal imagers and how we interact with the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Well, we've had a very strong relationship with Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply for the past 8 years as one of our primary sponsors for the Georgia Smoke Diver program. Not only supplying thermal imagers, but just about any equipment that we need, from lights to generators to power tools. So basically, if it wasn't for that, we would have a lot of expense in having to rent these tools or having to borrow from other fire departments. They also help us with the maintenance and upkeep on a lot of our equipment, and make recommendations on new products that we don't even know about to use. Thermal imaging wise, this is a very equipment intensive training session, not only from a safety standpoint for the students, but also from the standpoint of the students actually getting thermal imagers in their hand. This is one of the few classes that you can come to and get one-on-one instruction, one instructor per student, and actually go through a thermal imaging course with holding the camera in your hand, comparing it to other cameras and seeing how they operate. So without that support, the class wouldn't be nearly as good and well received as it is, and the student wouldn't have the same learning environment and experience that they currently do. So it's a great partnership. We look forward to many years of continued relationship with both companies, and we'd like to thank them for everything they do for us.
Thanks for the feedback. So what are your thoughts about the Bullard thermal imagers used here at the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Well, I think number one, I think it's an excellent product. We use them here at Smoke Divers, and we get to use them under many different situations, heavy smoke and live fire, and it helps us not only with evaluating the equipment for us here, but we know what we want to buy when we get back home to our departments. I do want to thank Bullard for letting us use them, because most firefighters don't even have the opportunity to put their hands on this many cameras at one time, different styles, to see that there are big differences in the different product line and different models. And sometimes it's worth to spend a little more money to get a little better camera for particular jobs, and sometimes maybe you want to buy 2 or 3 cheap cameras to just get the ticks in the hand, so we can see what the different products are going to do.
All right, thank you. What are your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and how we interact with the Georgia Smoke Diver program with the equipment we bring, and including the Bullard thermal imagers?
We appreciate the support that Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply has provided to the Georgia Smoke Divers Association. The Bullard cameras are second to none. Having used them here during the program, we made the decision here at Dalton Fire to go exclusively with Bullard cameras, and we couldn't be happier. They're dependable, reliable.
So what's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard thermal imagers?
I think they're 2 fine companies. Both of them have supported Georgia Smoke Divers Association, this class, very much. Learned a lot about the Bullard thermal imaging cameras. Matter of fact, my department has bought 13 in the last 2 months. And I think they're a very good product.
What's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard thermal imagers?
Well, I'd like to thank Bullard and Georgia Fire Rescue for their support to this program. As instructors, it makes our job a lot easier when we have the proper equipment and we have the right support. And again, I want to say thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. So what's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard thermal imagers?
Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply puts their money where their mouth is. A lot of folks in the equipment industry will give lip service to support the fire service, but they put action. They put action behind that. They're on site with equipment, with support, with training, all the things you need to make a program like this happen.
All right, thanks a lot. Thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard Thermal Imagers for the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Without the two, this program will be very hard to put on. They do a great job. They come out and support us, whatever we need. The thermal imagers are great. And Georgia Supply has also given us whatever, as far as equipment that we've needed at the program with no questions asked. I think they do a great job at it.
All right, thanks a lot. What's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and Bullard Thermal Imagers, how we interact with the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply, they've been great with the program. They bring us a lot of equipment to use. They don't charge us anything. They take care of fixing all the equipment. Bullard imagers they bring are great. They usually bring a couple different kinds. There's enough for everybody to use here that needs them. If there ever any problems with them, fix them. And the imagers work great.
All right, thanks a lot. So what's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and the Bullard Thermal Imagers and how we interact with the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
You know, a lot of classes that are being taught over the whole United States don't have the support and the backing that from a company like Georgia Fire Rescue. They're far above their call of duty that they're asked to do. And with the support that we get for as many cameras as we can put in our hands for this class, it's unheard of anywhere. So I don't think it can be matched, and we appreciate everything that they do for the program.
All right, thanks a lot. This is Jason Casto, leader of our PT program with the Georgia Smoke Diver program. Jason, what's your thoughts on Georgia Fire Rescue Supply and Bullard Thermal Imagers and how we support this class?
Well, the support from Georgia Fire Rescue Supply is probably second to none. Actually, I don't think we can perform the class. Modern technology in firefighting today without the support of Georgia Fire Rescue and the equipment they bring to this class. It's 100% support. It's unwavering support. And like I said, I don't think we'd be able to operate without it.
Thank you. What's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and the Bullard Thermal Imagers and how we interact and support the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Well, Georgia Fire Rescue Supply, awesome company, great customer support. They go out of their way to make sure that all their customers are satisfied and taken care of. Bullard, rugged equipment, both companies support the Georgia Smoke Diver program, and without that, our program will not and cannot be as good as it is today. Our objective here is to make firefighters better, but at the same time, having the great equipment that we do makes our job easier, and it keeps everybody safe all week long.
Thanks a lot. What are your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and how we interface with the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
Well, the program, Jeff, is consists of folks giving of their own time, which is very noble. However, the more pressing issue is the equipment that we have to use. It's expensive, it's technically advanced, it has to be tough and endure some very, very hostile environments. Without Georgia Fire Rescue support, Bullard, many of the evolutions that we do and much of the training that we do just wouldn't be done, or would be done with something like a simulator. And it's hard to take a Coke bottle and pretend that it's a thermal imaging camera. So the equipment, one, is sophisticated, two, it's operational, and I think from the candidate's perspective, the most important thing, it sets a very high bar as to what to expect from that particular piece of equipment. When they get back to their own department, generally the purchasing folks will try to go low bid, and these folks will now have the ability to be an informed consumer and say no. Rather than buy 4 inferior brands for this amount of money, we'll take 2 of the top level brands. Georgia Fire Rescue and Bullard are 2 of the top fire rescue equipment people.
So what are your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and our interaction with the Georgia Smoke Diver program and other programs?
Well, the thing about Georgia Fire Rescue to me is it's all firefighters are very knowledgeable. They've been so supportive of Georgia Smoke Divers over the years and allowed us to use equipment that makes it a lot safer and a lot more functional.
Joe, what's your thoughts on Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply and the Bullard thermal imagers that we supply here for the Georgia Smoke Diver program?
They're awesome. With the different models that are shown, it gives every candidate, every instructor an opportunity to use all of them, a good head-on approach, make their own decision, take those decisions back to the department, and give their input when it comes to selecting proper equipment for their department. The different sizes and models are fantastic. The features on it are very good, and it gives everybody just a good opportunity to view all the equipment shown.
Thanks a lot. So what are your thoughts on Georgia Fire Rescue Supply and Bullard thermal imagers that are used in the program here at Georgia Smoke Divers?
Georgia Fire Rescue is supplying the Bullard thermal imagers for us to use just beyond compare. We use so many different thermal imagers throughout this course. It gives us a chance to put our hands on all different versions, different brands, different types or different models of those. And it's just, it really increases the safety aspects of the course tremendously. I haven't been involved with a firefighter going down during training, get to watch the whole thing, get to respond before even the pre-alert goes off with the SCBA. If we would not have had a thermal imager, that would just not be possible at all. The Bullard imagers have proven to be on the top of the line in image quality and durability, especially in these classes. The equipment is getting used a lot. Bullard is about the only thermal imager that can stand up to the abuse and still shows a quality product.
Thanks a lot. My association with Georgia Fire and Rescue go all the way back when J.T. Wigby was teaching over 25 years ago. First of my career, got to take one of his classes, and outstanding instructor. Got to meet the family, and through the years have developed a good relationship. Not only are they a good resource of information, but equipment. They have always been part of the Georgia Smoke Diver Association as far back as I can remember. They always support it with all their heart. As they say in their ads, they're a firefighter family, and it's nice to be able to pick up. Of what our instructors' comments were about Bullard and Georgia Fire and Rescue Supply. Remember, we are a company that's just firefighters out serving firefighters. So where the rubber meets the road, well, we've actually worn the boots that you've worn also. Thanks for watching.